Good morning, my friends. How are you all? Today is Thursday, June 11th, moving right along on the Bronx Zoo vintage flip calendar. So, it was such a good day yesterday. Wasn't that a lot of fun? It was so nice to see so many of you, seeing so many kids. I don't know if they counted how many cars came through. I think Dr. Smith might have been doing that. We haven't found that out yet, but it took 40 minutes for our parade to go pass through us all. So it was so nice to see all your faces, your creativity with signs, just to wave hello to. I know a lot of you were hanging out of windows, and that was a fun thing to do, wasn't it? Because you don't get to do that kind of thing too often. So, but it was fun for us all to see each other. So it was a good day. So we are winding down. You guys did a terrific job on that poetry unit. You've got quite a nice collection of poetry now in your Google Drive that you can always pull up and look at. So I want to thank you for doing that. Everybody's staying on track, for completing it and doing a nice job. For parents that are helping their kids, you're did a great job on that poetry. And I have to talk about you guys. Some teachers, whether it's at our school or other schools, are saying that they're having a hard time getting kids to do their work doing this distance learning. And I have been saying all along that my writing group, is terrific. My fourth graders are doing a really good job, and I want you to take your hand, reach over, and pat yourself on the back, because you've been doing a great job keeping up with everything. I know we pace it out and keep it nice and easy, but thank you. I thank you. It made my job easier. Mrs. Belden wants regular reports on how things are going. It gets up to Dr. Smith how things are going. And you've all been doing a great job. This has not been an easy thing. So thank you and congratulations. So with that, we've got, Thursday, Friday, we've got 7 days of school left. We're winding down. We're going to be taking it easy. What we're going to start, not today, but we are going to review letter writing, because we're going to have you write a letter to your teacher next year. We're not going to start that today, but just a letter about you, some of the things that you want them to know about yourself, your favorite subject, what you think you need to work on, a hobby. So we're going to write a letter. You're going to type it, but if I want it to, it's not going to be a little tiny letter. It's going to be a nice sized letter when you type that out. And I'm going to get that to your teachers for next year, so we're going to work on that. So what I want you to do today is to think about things that you would like to tell your new teacher so that they can get to know you, okay? But what we're going to do today, we're going to do our DLR and have this activity. This is in your packet. It's called Write a Crazy Summer Story. It's kind of like those Mad Libs. I think we did that once. I think you've done them before elsewhere, but why don't you take that out, right? And I'll show you on the first one here, right? So there's sentences with blanks, and it's got different parts of speech in it, and you need to not read the story, but read the parts of speech. And what you can do is you can do it with another person. So you could interview a brother or sister, or your mom or dad could ask you the questions, and I would say, for example, it says name 1, name 2 on the first one. So if I were your mom and I would say, okay, Nick, give me a name. You're going to tell mom a name. Mom's going to write it in. Right, Nick, give me another name. And she writes that name in. Now she wants a verb. So you think of a verb, an action word. She'll write that in. And it asks for another name. So, name 1. So you put the same person in there. Then it asks for a noun. Remember, that's a person, place, or thing. So we have nouns, ask for animals, types of food. So it's fun. After mom fills this out with your answers, you get to read it, and it's a funny story. Or you can flip-flop it. You could be the person writing things down and interviewing your parent, or like I said, your brother or your sister. So it's a fun thing to do. Practice our parts of speech, and just a fun summer story. So that's your work for today on that part. And then let's just go over, where would we be without our DLR? This is our last packet, so we have to finish it. Okay, take that out. I know you're all taking that out every day and correcting it, right? Because you'll have goals and objectives to work on editing and revising, and that's what this is about. So, we did Monday. Let's go over Tuesday. Which is the correct way to divide the word into syllables? The word is rodeo. A rodeo is with horses and cowboys, and they lasso the cattle. It's like a competition. Rodeo. Rodeo. My first is 3 syllables. Can you see? Three syllables. And the first syllable is row. So I know it's just going to end on a row. Well, this one is road. This one's roadie. This one's r. And this one's row. Rodeo. So it's the last one. Correct these sentences. We watched the lion hunt his prey on a television program. I corrected it with a capital W. I looked on this, and then I needed a period, and that seemed to be it. And I'm like, can that be it? Is that all? So I'm wondering if maybe they're looking for, instead of his, you could put its. I-T-S, no apostrophe. Because if you're watching it on TV, well, you would know a male from a female. So it would have to be the line with the main. I don't. If you put it's there, that's okay. If you did it and you just left it, all it was capital and period. It just seemed. I thought they're trying to trick us. So the next one. Does you think this is a good price for notebook paper? Well, I know they're asking a question. I put a question mark. And again, this one doesn't have a lot. But it shouldn't be does. It should be do. Capital D. Do. Do you think this is a good price for notebook paper? Number 4 and 5 is the subject or predicate underlined. Remember, the subject is who it is about. The predicate is the action taking place. So they underlined bought a new house. So this is what they did. It's about Jason and Tina. Jason and Tina bought a new house. So the subject is Jason and Tina, but underlined part is predicate. And here they underline Tammy Hill has ballet on Mondays and Wednesdays. Tammy Hill is the person, so that's the subject. So you should have written subject there. Let's go to Wednesday. Okay. Dad begun to doze off in his chair after dinner. Does your dad have a recliner that he likes to lie in? So, Dad begun. He didn't begun, he began. Period at the end. Capital D at the beginning. Dad began to doze off in his chair after dinner. Number 2, my favorite dinosaur is the Stegosaurus, reported Anthony to the class. Because they say reported Anthony to the class, I know that this is dialogue. So, my favorite dinosaur is the Stegosaurus. That's what Anthony said. And actually, I'm going to put an exclamation mark in here, too. Capital M for the beginning of the sentence with beginning quotes. Exclamation mark from what he said. Down here, I capitalized Stegosaurus. A comma after what he said, and end quotes. And then the period at the end, and Anthony is a name. So there was a lot here. My favorite dinosaur is the Stegosaurus, reported Anthony to the class. Put these words in alphabetical order. You have to look carefully. They're all GAs, so look at the next letters. We have GRs and GSs. Then go to the next letter. So it should be garage, garlic, gas, gasp. And then number 4, it would be mink, minute, mirror, misbehave. Okay? And then today's, give 3 words that rhyme with each word, time and day. Write 1 sentence using the homophone pair, for and for, 2 different ways. The words sound the same, but they have different meanings. And then correct these sentences. Jennifer, my best friend, moved to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And on July 4th, we will watch the fireworks explode in the sky. So, that is your work for today, right? We're moving right along, so get some ideas about what you're going to put in your letter, okay? And do the fun story. If you can figure out how to do it, why don't you read your story, if you can get a video with a phone, and put it in the comments, upload your video. I know a couple of you have put some pictures on in the past, so you would do it the same way. So see if Mom or Dad can help you with that. I'd love to hear your stories and see your faces. Okay, bye-bye.